And there's a big difference between unrealized gains and realized gains, right? So
100%.
kind of what I was pondering.
Yeah, I mean, people who didn't take profits during the big run-up, they had these collections, and it was like, all right, well, my collection's worth 7 figures, so I can spend some money on this card. I can buy that card. And then all of a sudden, their collection's not worth 7 figures. You don't have the, the big baller mentality that comes in to buy all of these things. Also, it's an interesting thing, man. You and I have seen it. We've seen it ourselves so many times over just in this last couple of year cycle. Everything from Top Shot to NFTs to LeBron base Chrome rookies. While you're on that ride and the bottom row of the pyramid keeps coming back in to replenish and keep letting you go higher and higher, and there's always somebody else to come in and buy more. It is a hell of a ride.
And remember, people said, don't be in cash, inflation, reinvest. Remember that whole thing?
Well, I mean, it's difficult when you're on that ride to envision it peak and start going back down. Because you're buying it, you want to catch a chain runner on the way up while it's running. When everything's going great, it's hard to think about. It's hard to close your eyes and think, all right, you know what? Let's be smart, because there is a time coming where it's not going to be that good. It's hard to envision things going bad for you when everything's going good. But I'll take it the different way, because you're right. People have had a bad year, and instead
they're feeling squeezed, I think.
Well, even if feeling squeezed, people are feeling squeezed. They're feeling, they're in the doldrums. It's the swamp of sadness. Our tax is about to go down, and you don't want to be a Treyu right now, because you're sad. You're gonna, it's gonna take you in. But Falcor is coming, man, and it's hard to see. It's hard to see this. It's hard to see these things turn around, right? It's hard to see. It's hard to see the luck dragon coming to bail you out. Because when it's bad, you don't think, all right, you know what? The good is coming, right? You are thinking the good is coming because you're buying all these cards. Hey, all right, you know what? Look what's around the corner. What's right around the corner.
Even me, Cage, I'm like, I think you've said I'm delusionally optimistic.
Yes.
Dude, it's hard. And then I start, you start second guessing yourself. And I want to come back to it. People don't take money off the table or something like that because they always think it's going good. But I also think it's a knowledge gap of we didn't know what to do. What does that mean? We were told not, but let's stop there. When we were, the knowledge gap that came with that, what were we supposed to do? And I was thinking, remember I went to Casa Los Charcos, right? So I bought a card. I did well on it. I thought I was a genius, revisionist history. I bought chain runners. I Top Shot, right? I opened packs and I was like, why don't I take my family on a nice vacation? I'm like, should I have saved that cash?
No.
Right?
No, that's awesome. That's life. That's living. And it's a perfect example because what we were saying back then was, all right, well, we made our money on this. What's the next thing? But there isn't always going to be a next thing. It's not reasonable to think I'm going to put $10,000 in something. I'm going to buy a LeBron Chrome for $1,000 or $2,000, and it's going to go to 20 or 30, right? And let me take my 30 out and put it in the next thing that now is going to go from 30 to 300.
Let me get a Jordan 9.
That happened to a lot of people, and they just expected the same thing to happen again, and it catches up. So, I mean, whether you were in cash, not cash, whether you were in, the next thing, if you didn't put your money into the Casa Los Charcos, Calvin Johnson lived at that place for a little while. But if you didn't put your money in that and have a vacation, you would have put your money in something else. Maybe it would have been NFTs. Maybe it would have been Bitcoin at $69,000. Who knows? That doesn't make you an idiot. It doesn't make you a moron. It just means that cycles happen.